Welcome back. It is yours truly, Nick, a Movie AV Impulse, and it is Wednesday. Again, time for another top five. So what I'm going to do is go over the top five 4K restorations from older movies that I purchased this year. And in order to qualify, they had to have been released this year and they had to be 4K restorations. So that means Top Gun Maverick, Massive Talent, Nope, all these movies that came out, this year and got a 4K release, obviously, will not be in the category because they are not restorations. So I'm going to be going over those 4K restorations, and the other thing is I had to have purchased them myself. So I'm not going to go and be like, this movie had the best release when I didn't purchase it. I didn't see it for myself, so I'm not going to rate it and put it in one of my top five. So I got 10 movies. I'm going to show you the nominees, and then after that, we are going to show my top five. Without any further ado, and before we go any further, on Sunday, I will not be dropping a video as it is Christmas, and I feel like Christmas should be spent with your friends, your family, and or if you are entertain with your friends or family, and that time should really not be spent on your phone. So Sunday, there will be no video drop from me, but again, happy holidays to everybody. Without any further ado, let's get into that intro. So these movies is the 10 that I'm going to be, and let's stick around for that top five. So we have Men in Black, which I know you're going to say, oh, that already had a 4K release. Yes, but this one, the Steelbook edition, was the 25th anniversary and it was redone in Dolby Vision. So it still qualifies in the category because I purchased them and it was from this year. Next, we have Ip Man, which is a phenomenal Donnie Yen movie. I absolutely love the entire series, but only the 4 original with Donnie Yen. I'm not really into the other ones. We have Poltergeist with that special custom slipcover from Side Hustle Cinema. If you don't know who Side Hustle Cinema is, check the descriptions. We also have Flatliners that was put out by Arrow Video. Phenomenally done, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see if it falls into that top five. Also, we have Reservoir Dogs from my personal favorite director, so much so I named my son after him, Quentin Tarantino. The Addams Family, which is a phenomenal movie. I absolutely love Addams Family. I can watch this over and over and over again, and I'll never get sick of it. That's why I bought it. We also have Scream 2. We have Fright Night, which is a classic. Fright Night over Lost Boys. Little shout out y'all, Rad Pack. Pulp Fiction, another one from Quentin Tarantino. And we have Tropic Thunder. The only thing that I was disappointed with this Tropic Thunder is that Ben Stiller chose the theatrical cut to remaster and not the director's cut. I personally prefer the director's cut, but watching it on Blu-ray isn't really that bad. I can tweak my Blu-ray player a little bit to kind of like enhance it a little bit, but I kind of am really upset that he chose the theatrical version to remaster and not the director's cut. So, but anyways, those are your 10. Let's see who makes that top five. And coming in at number 5 is going to be Scream 2. They did a phenomenal job on the restoration on this movie. It is absolutely fantastic. While I did not do a review on it, and if you haven't purchased this yet, I will throw a review in the description box. Mid-Level Media did do a review on this, and I actually bought this movie based off of his review. It was phenomenally done. I do appreciate the Steelbook is actually really cool, and it's great. Coming in at number 4 would definitely be Fright Night. Now, this restoration I don't want to really go off of the sound with any of these because some of these did not get Adobe Atmos remaster, but this one did. And I'm just going to tell you the scenes where, you know what, I did a full review on this movie. I will link that down below as well, or you can click the little tab and go to my playlist of my videos, and that will be in there. I strongly suggest you go check this out because it was phenomenally done. I was super impressed with this, the shadow detail, everything. I absolutely loved it. It really made me feel like I was watching a different movie. Absolutely loved it. That's coming in at number 4. And coming in at number 3 is going to be Poltergeist. This is not the original slipcover. This was done by Side Hustle Cinema. So shout out to him for getting me this slipcover just in time to do my review. I also did a review on this movie, and I thought it really did bring out everything. There's what the original slipcover would look like, but this movie was definitely well worth every single dollar that I spent on it. And it just really brought me back to my childhood. While this one is not my favorite one out of all 3, part 3 is actually my number 1 for the Poltergeist franchise because that was the first one I watched, and I felt like it was a lot more spookier, scarier. And I guess just watching it as a kid, being the first one that I watched out of the trilogy, it just like really captured me, you know, especially you know, because she's running around in the mirrors, and then the scene with the puddle in the parking lot and the being pulled into it. It was just it freaked me out. But this was a definite well done restoration. Like I said, I'm gonna put a little tab up, and then you can go check it out in that playlist that I have of my videos. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Reservoir Dogs. First of all, I think this is the steelbook of the year. Well, you know, it's not that I don't care about what other people think. It's just my opinion, and I'm not going to change that. This is definitely phenomenally done. I mean, Lionsgate really did a phenomenal job with this. And I mean, just the steelbook alone, the artwork, even the inside, this is by far one of the best steelbooks, and the restoration on it is absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely love this steelbook. While I did not do a review on this, again, Mid-Level Media did, and I will probably link that one down below as well. But this was just phenomenally done. This was day one. I had to get this. But it's Quentin Tarantino. Anything Quentin Tarantino, I gotta get day one. That's definitely worth every penny to me. And before we get into that number 1, I'm gonna show you the 5 that didn't make the cut. Not that I didn't enjoy the restoration, you know, it just kind of really didn't take me by surprise. It didn't like wow me. So these ones kind of fell short. Even though they still look good, these 5 fell short, which is Flatliners. While it did, you know, the booklet, the slipcover, everything that Arrow Video did on this is absolutely phenomenal, but it just didn't make the cut as far as like really wowing me and blowing me away. Was it worth the upgrade? Absolutely. Can you probably find this on sale now? Yeah, you can, but it just didn't blow me away enough to compete with the other 4 that I've mentioned so far. The other one is Pulp Fiction. Now, this also did look phenomenally done. I did do a review on this one as well. I did a 2-for-1 with The Grinch, which also really, but that didn't come out this year. The Grinch on 4K has been out for a while, but the Pulp Fiction, while the steelbook is awesome, everything about it, the disc artwork, it's all great and everything. It just, when it comes to these other 5, I think the other 5 just kind of like, as far as restoration went, just kind of blew it away again. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this didn't make the cut. Men in Black, another one that didn't make the cut, because not that I didn't think it wasn't a good restoration, I just felt like while the Dolby Vision did give it a boost in the shadows and in the blacks, as far as like giving it a better boost over the color palette on the HDR version, It just really wasn't enough. And I didn't want to categorize this by steelbooks because, you know, while this steelbook is awesome, when you open it up, it's depressing. It has nothing inside of it. And I really feel like when you come out with a steelbook and you want us to pay extra money, I mean, give us a little bit of inside artwork. Like, seriously, just give us some inside artwork. Nerds like me, I like the inside artwork. I like to show these pieces off. You know, when friends come over and they say, hey, what's that steelbook? I like to open it up and say, yeah, this is cool. Not open it up and go, wah, wah, wah. Another one that didn't make the cut is Tropic Thunder. While I love this movie as far as comedies go, I think this is like up there in my top 10 of best comedies of all time. I just was kind of depressed that Ben Stiller didn't do the director's cut to remaster this, and that kind of really upset me. I mean, there was so much in this movie that, like, culturally was hilarious. I thought it was great. You know, Robert Downey Jr. being in blackface, it could probably never happen again, but it's just great to see that, you know, this did get a remaster. And while I feel like comedies really don't need a remaster, you know, it was nice to see, and I did pick it up day one, even though Kino Lorber took like months to get it out to me because something was back ordered and they never sent this copy out, which I don't agree with that, Kino. Give me my one copy and send me an email and let me make the decision next time. That's just how I feel. And last but not least, the one that didn't make the cut is Ip Man. This restoration, if it's just like when they're talking, it really is greatly done. But when it comes to the action scenes and the dark scenes, there's just a lot of film grain, and I mean a lot. Like, actually more than like the Blu-ray had, which is kind of weird. But as far as like restorations, they really didn't do a good job on this one. And I'm not mad that I paid, you know, I only paid 15 bucks for this on a sale, but if I would have paid full price for this, I actually would have been a little upset. So if you have the Blu-ray edition, even at the DVD at that, for that matter, just keep it. I mean, just don't bother unless you can find these at a really good deal. Don't bother. And the moment you've all been waiting for, hopefully you stuck around for the entire video. And if you knew what the past, you know, 9 movies were, then you know what my number one pick is? The Addams Family. This restoration is phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I love this movie. I can never get enough of it. I can watch this 15 times a week and I would never get sick of it. Everything from the performance to the acting to the actual darkness and vibe of the movie is just absolutely great. And this restoration is absolutely mind-blowing. And I hope they do the Addams Family Values, because that's another classic that I absolutely love from the Addams Family. I love them both. So I really, really hope that they do the Addams Family Values, and this is my number one pick for best 4K restoration of the year 2022. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I really enjoy doing this, and I appreciate all the supporters. Thank you so much. And like I said, Sunday, no video, so please enjoy your holidays. And I will see you next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, for another top 5.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.